Job rejection is the most hardest phase of any UX design. When you're hunting for job, but all you get is job rejection. Well, you cannot skip this part. Not just you, but any experienced designer, even at VP level, goes through this rejection. So how can we overcome this situation? What can we do next time to give an interview and make sure we have a very limited chances of getting rejected? Firstly, let us know that rejection are happening because we are getting into the recession. So companies are being very cautious with their fund, hence they do not want to hire anyone they are not sure about. But the best part is there are very few skillful designers out there who can think critically, solve problem for the users and business. So supply and demand still works in our favor. So let's get into the topic. How can we overcome rejection? Try to get specific feedback, as in why you got rejected. What was their reason behind rejecting you? By the end of technical round, be it your case study review, whiteboarding session or assignment presentation, close the interview round saying, hey, it would be great if you please give me feedback on my application. Please highlight areas where I can improve. Asking such questions give them impression that you are someone who cares about feedback and who wants to improvise themselves. If they fail to give you feedback, write them a follow-up message. But it's very important for you to get that feedback. Point number 2. After you get feedback, improvise on it. Let's say they give you feedback, we couldn't understand your thinking process through the whiteboarding session we had. It's okay. At least now you know your shortcoming. You know you should be practicing whiteboarding session henceforth. Maybe the reason was your UI skills were not that great. It's okay. Now you know you need to practice more of UI. Point number 3. You are not clearly mentioning your salary expectation on the first call itself. When HR call you for an interview round, clearly mention what is your salary expectation, what is that you are expecting. So every company, for every role, they have their salary bracket fixed. And if you fall under their salary bracket, go ahead and continue with the interview process. But again, it's very important you do this on the first call itself with the HR. Point number 4. Make connection. LinkedIn is a good way to build connection with product managers, designers and HRs. Just make sure you are not bugging them on the first message. You are not asking for reference on the first message itself. Instead, build that rapport, try to have conversation with them and then ask for reference. Eventually, the interview process is built on trust. It's a trust building process. And if someone is referring you, naturally they are aligned to trust you more than someone unknown. Point number 5, and it's a very important point. Trust yourself. Have a positive mindset. Don't get into the negative zone of thinking you are not skillful enough or your UX skills are not that great. See, UX is continuously learning profession. No one in this world knows everything about UX. We all are still learning. If you think currently where you stand, currently your skill set are enough to get you a job, go ahead and apply and stay positive. I have one bonus tip for you. Get your skills and portfolio reviewed by a senior product designer, either on LinkedIn or on ADP list.